TeachAnOldDogNewTricks.com. More than 40 hours of free computer training. Sit, stay, and learn. Thank you. Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz, and in this tutorial about PowerPoint, I want to just talk to you about some text box options. Now, one of the things I want to state about this is, in my opinion, one of the things about PowerPoint and Microsoft Office in general with this version is they give you so many options, it's unbelievable. That's, for some people, a bad thing because you can waste a lot of time on it. But on the flip side, you're going to see that some of the things you can do with all these options, and I'm using the text box to illustrate this, but the basic theory of all these options goes to other things in PowerPoint and Microsoft Office as well. But in my opinion, there's so many options that you can just take a lot of time. You can waste a lot of time on this. But one of the good things about it is that some of the designs are such that you can create some good looks without having to be a graphic artist. So let me just illustrate that. Again, remember, when you click on the area of the text box, you'll see the lines around it. When you click away, it goes away. So let's do this. Let's first take my name and let's just make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. I'm just going to make the font size bigger. So let's go up to something like this, 60. Next, I'm going to come up here and I want you to notice there's something called Quick Styles. Well, this is how I can stylize my text box. So if I put the pointer over it, you'll see I can change it to all different looks, colors, and feels. So you can choose one of these if you so desire. You can also change the shape fill, meaning the shape of the text box, so you can give it your own background color. You can come in here and do a different shape outline to give the lines around it a different color. And if you put your pointer over here, it just shows you a preview of what it's going to look like. Shape effects, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to have a shadow? Something like this? Just go through all of these. And again, there's so many options to choose from. So I urge you to go in and just take a look at this, but don't get too caught up in this. Let me go a step further. Let's come up here to where it says text direction. Well, I can change the text direction of the stuff I have in my text box, and I do think this can be effective. Now, keep in mind the text box is rather small right now, so what's happening is it's sort of crunching it all in there. Align text. This is sort of obvious. Top, middle, bottom. There's more options. I'm not going to go there. I'll let you explore that. And also you can do something called Convert to Smart Art, which I'm not going to visit at this time. I haven't even clicked on the Formatting tab yet. Now I have. In here we have more options. We have some different shape styles. If you click on the drop down, we have even more that we can look at. It's a little overwhelming in my opinion. But again, some of these can look pretty good from a graphic artist point of view. Let's go back here. Let's go to the shape fill, which is very similar to what I showed you before. Shape outline and shape effects. Okay. Now, in the formatting tool, one of the things I do like is some of the word art styles, where if you put your pointer over this, you can see the impact it's going to have on your word art. And some of these are actually pretty nice. So when you're working within these text boxes, and again, I'm using a text box to illustrate this, but let me be clear, there are other areas, not just with text boxes, that you can use this kind of technique to make things look a little bit different, a little bit interesting. So you have so many options here. I always tell people, start the clock and give yourself a set amount of time and realize this. In my next tutorial, I'm going to talk about something called the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 rule. And I'm just going to discuss what I feel about some of these changes and how it impacts the audience that you're going to present this to. And then the tutorial after that, I'm going to talk about working with the size of the text box and some of the things you can do with that. My name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you so very much for being here. Have a great day.